Kamaru Usman is talking comeback and his dream scenario. Just want to get your thoughts on kind of realistically here, what do you see as far as this potential for this? So Kamaru says, in this part of my career, the dream scenario is next fight, win the welterweight title, vacate, win the middleweight title, retire. Thoughts?
Okay. How old is he?
He is 38, I believe. Let's see. Kamaru
Yeah.
Usman.
I was looking at it. Yeah, look, 38. Yeah. It's hard for me to say how realistic it is. I thought he was done, and then he had a great performance against Joaquin Buckley. I thought he was done. I was like, man, this guy, like, he can't wrestle anymore. Like, it hurts his knees are hurt. I mean, shit, he proved everyone wrong. I mean, I had him beaten Joaquin Buckley if he could wrestle and control. I was like, he's just so good at that. He can do that if he can get a hold of him. If he doesn't get caught in the process of coming in. But in this situation, I really was like, man, he looks so good against Joaquin Buckley. I can't write him off. But look, you can't take your time. You got to get right to the title shot. And I don't know if the UFC has basically told him, like, hey, we'll do you a solid. We'll give you one more shot at the title. You'll fight the winner of Islam and JDM. This is what I think is going to happen. If Islam wins, Ilia Topuria fights Islam at 170. If JDM wins, I think Kamaru Usman fights JDM. That's what I think happens. Because like guys like Kamaru Usman, I think that they have a good enough relationship with Dana and the UFC. And I think he's probably laid it out to them like, hey, this is kind of what I want to do. I want to fight this one fight. I want to get a title. I want to win that. I can beat JDM. And if he beats him, then he'll vacate and let whoever else fight for it. And he'll go to 185 and probably try to fight for the title there. And that it'll probably be Khamzat. We've already seen that fight in a 3-round fight. Let's see it in a 5-round fight. So that makes like, if you're the UFC, you're always looking for angles on how to sell whatever it is, pay-per-view or whatever fighter it is, whatever fight you're trying to put together. You're always trying to find a way to put it into a marketing tool. And how can I spin this, or how can I push this so these fans and some of these casual fans want to tune in? And this fight right here, Khamzat being so dominant against DDP made Kamaru Usman look like a fucking god. It made him look like he was like, holy shit. You had a guy that came in on 10 days notice or 5 days notice, whatever it was, went the distance with Khamzat Chimaev and arguably won the 3rd round, or did win the 3rd round in that fight. You have that conversation piece there where you're like, man, like, if he beats JDM for the title, if Islam loses and he fights JDM, I don't know if Usman would fight Islam. I don't know if he would, but if it was JDM, I think he would slide right in, fight JDM, and that's kind of a bad matchup for JDM. Usman's style of wrestling, his physical size and strength, all those things, he's a problem. He's always been a problem. That's why he's a multiple-time world champion. That's why he gave Khamzat all he could handle. I mean, coming in on 10 days notice, no cardio really, and I mean, survived the 1st round, but then had a great 2nd round. Wasn't good enough, I don't think, to win the round. But then in the 3rd round, I think he possibly won the 3rd round, if I recall. But regardless, still, like, I could see him going up to 185 and challenging for the title there. I could definitely see it, because you have guys that are there right now that have fought for the title. Like, I'll go through some of these guys, right? But you also have guys that are waiting there patiently for a title shot. You got Nasruddin Imavov waiting for a title. There was a lot of hope for RDR, but RDR came flat. But then you got Anthony Hernandez, who's like kind of chomping at the bit right there as well. Kai Bahalo just lost. Brendan Allen, I think he's going to shoot up. I think Brendan Allen shot all the way up to the 5th spot. I think now. Let me refresh this and let me see.
He did.
He did?
5.
Yeah. So you've got fighters that are right there. I mean, it's kind of it's the lay of the land right now for the middleweight division. DDP coming off the loss, but he can't beat Chimaev. We just saw that. Imavov is probably going to be next, because we know that DDP can't beat Chimaev. And I think the hope was that RDR was going to win. And so that you probably put RDR against Chimaev because stylistically that would have made for a good fight, but that doesn't make any sense now. So you really have got Imavov will be next against Chimaev. You've got Anthony Hernandez who's going to have to fight somebody. So I'm hoping that he fights DDP or maybe Sean Strickland. Maybe you have him fight Sean Strickland. But there's fights to be made there. Brendan Allen's there at number 5, kind of waiting for whoever. I like Brendan Allen's call out. He called out DDP. He said, like, I think we'd be a great fight. I couldn't agree more. Sign me up, man. Take my money. Take my money. I'll watch that fight. That'd be a damn good fight. Damn good fight. So there's fights to be made there still. And then if you throw Kamaru Usman in that mix, I'll take it. I'll take the last little ounce of just great fighting from Kamaru Usman against any of those middleweights. I'd love to see it. So I'm a fan of Usman, man. He's been on the podcast, and I had said that certain fighters were going to beat him before in the past, and he proved me wrong. So I had to eat some crow, and I actually had to admit it on his when we had him on the show, and he was a great guy about it, great sport about it, and I remember those things. And so I can't root against him, man. Guy's a stud. Guy's a multiple-time world champion, done something, that many wish they could do. So absolutely a blessing, man. To if he wants to fight at 70, cool. If you want to fight at 85, cool. I just think there's fights to be made for him in either division. So Element, the best hydration drink in the business. I had citrus earlier today. It's actually fantastic. And now they're making the lemonade salt in the can. Cannot wait. So if you guys use that link down below in the descriptions, they'll send you a bonus package for every single purchase. That's compliments of the Weighing In podcast. So hope you guys enjoy that.